That's how we check the mail out here, boys. I don't really know fully what we're working on today, but I do have a few things I need to do. First, I got to take this red Zuma, which I haven't even messed with since I got it. You guys saw when I picked this thing up. This red Zuma here got the 350 original miles on it. This thing's pretty cherry. Seat cover's obviously bad on it, but basically it didn't have a carburetor when I got it. I do have to re-put the stock manifold back on it and reseal it, because if you saw, I took the manifold off this, which was a stage 6 one, put it on there. So now I have the stock one off of this one that I'm gonna throw back on here. I don't really know what the Riva thing is. I'm assuming it's probably just like a factory like package or like factory line that came out, because I know Riva had a Raz and something else, Yamaha, and I think they actually did some stuff for like Honda too, if I remember right, on like sprees or something. Maybe I could be wrong, but yeah, and it's super mint. Has 350 original miles on it. Besides the small little blemishes places on the plastics, this thing is absolutely completely mint. So pre-bug, little pre-bug piece, not too much body damage, and yeah, it doesn't have the manifold on it right now. It's obviously running pre-mix right now because it doesn't have the oil pump. I've never even seen a Zuma with the oil pump hooked up, because both mine didn't have it. I'm assuming this is where the oil reservoir was, just by these bolts here, but it could be wrong. Not sure, I never even looked it up, but yep, stock manifold. I'm also gonna pull off the carb and look inside and see what size jets are on this, because it could have been, the jets might have been swapped out on it. I'm really not sure, so yeah, we'll try it today. I have another Yamaha carb here, but I don't even know where I put it at, but this float in here is cracked, so wasn't able to use that one. Check what jets are in this one, and then check what jets are in that blue one, because maybe that could be a reason this blue one's running weird. I checked for leaks. There's no leaks anywhere on this motor. So I really don't know why this bike is running the way it is. But I'm assuming that it has really, really bad gas and way too much oil in it. Because, first of all, this blue oil, man, I've talked about it a few times, just keeps coming out the carb every time I start it. I've cleaned this carb. These are brand new lines. And I emptied the tank. But that much oil still must be on that very bottom. And that seems like there was a lot of oil on this bike. So that could have played a big part in it, but I think I'm gonna mess with this a little bit more. Go ahead and pull this tank all the way off and drain it completely out. Pull the carb off, check the jetting. Got some fresh gas I'm gonna put in it, and maybe see if this thing likes it a little bit better. A few people said that it might be the reeds that were bad in that bike when it wasn't running, but that's a brand new stage 6 big manifold on it, and it has brand new reeds. They were fine, and also these stock ones are completely fine too, if you wanna look through there. Prime. This actually looks pretty new, so. Alright, got the Manny on here too, all sealed up. So gonna throw that carb on here, but I wanna try this thing first, so bouncing all over the place today. Gonna pull this carb off right now, check the jetting in it, and clean it out again. Drained it all out, cleaned the petcock. Filter does have a rip in it, but I don't have another filter right now, so that'll be ordered. But everything else looks fine though, so I'm checked the fuel line. There's no cracks in the vacuum or the fuel line, so it can't be that issue why it was sputtering. So they both have 90 jets in it. They both look like the exact same carb setup, except this one has a port here, which I'm assuming is for the oil injection, and then this one has a port on this side of it, and this one doesn't. So like, I'm wondering if that's just a different gear, or if one's an actual original carb and one's not. So they're both 90 mains, but this one had a 50 pilot, and this one has a 44 pilot, which is kind of interesting. Since I was running this setup, I was having issues. I'm gonna try it with the 44. And see how she is. Alright, gas tank's back on. It has gas in it now. Some premix. Carb is back on. Scary because I sucked on the intake to pull some fuel to fill up the bowl of the car before I started right now. And it started pouring out the front right there, some gas. So I don't know if it just got too full that quick, or if there's a reason this carb was in a box and not on the bike when I got it. So yeah, gonna go ahead and see what happens though. See if she likes it or not. Oh my god, it's pouring fuel out the car. Oh, this thing's no go. I was trying to look, I couldn't tell if it was just a bowl seal, but it was just pouring out of everywhere. So like, man. Take it there's a reason that this carburetor was in a box. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other carb on again. Maybe just swap these jets into it. I just drank so much gas out of that vacuum line. I think it's definitely a problem with the petcock at this point. Alright, I'm gonna try the other carb, and then if not, I definitely think it's a problem with the petcock after that. The fact that fuel is coming out of the fuel line, also the vacuum line, is telling me there's something with the petcock is going on. I might just swap the petcock off the red bike onto this thing. Because I got some new parts in today, and I'm eager to see what they look like on the E36. So, got a couple more gauges here. We got oil pressure and oil temp. I have water temp and boost up in there. Got these hose clamp type deals for my AN lines for my oil catch can, and possibly wherever else I can. Alright, so this is how we're looking on the gauge cluster. I still have one more gauge. It looks a little off right now because it's not bolted in, but I'm debating on whether I should put it here or leave it only 3 there and run it over here. I'm kind of leaning towards more only running 3 there and then 1 over here and filling it across all the way to gauges. So, what up, dude? Looks pretty good over there. So, that's simple, but it looks clean. Even though it's like 110, I still choose to work outside because it's so miserable in the garage when it's that hot. You're working literally in an oven. There's like no air, even with all my fans going. So, way easier to work outside. This petcock kind of scares me because it's a bunch of oil right here at the bottom of it. I kind of want to open this up. I'm not sure how reusable that seal is right there. Tried getting this thing off and it's near impossible. I did not want to pry it open too hard with the screwdriver, so I might just have to send it for now. It doesn't look like it was leaking through here. It almost looked like it was leaking when the intake line or something's pulled off. I don't know. Could have been from somewhere else. Got the petcock switched out. Gonna throw it back in on the bike now. Alright, this petcock is also a no-go because it's just full-on free flow status. No vacuum line even plugged right now, hooked up or nothing. It's just full of free flow.
Welcome to Bobby's Vlogs. I'm taking over.
There you go. To the side?
Yeah. Or maybe on my stomach. 15 M4 F83. I just pulled my cage out. Is this unlocked? Sir, can you unlock my car? Shut up. I just pulled my cage out of it. I got the M3 CSL wheels. Yeah.
Oh, it's my.
Oh, how fast? He's going great to stop.
Oh my god. Yeah, the forks are so flat.
Oh, I thought it was a flat tire.
Damn. Hold on, let's just hear this shit real quick, because listen. It idles. I wonder how bad it is. It smells hella bad. $250. That's pretty true, bro. I said mandatory. Absolutely. Oh my! It wheelies, but bro, the forks. I think I just broke them. Did they just get lower? They did. Yeah, they're blown. The forks just blew out.
No, hold up. Pull up my
Blown.
No, they're blown.
Bro, blown.
another wheel.
Wait, hold on. I think the front wheel's loose too. Something's loose in the front. Wiggle the front wheel.
Bob.
Ooh, the wheelie man.
That's how I was looking like. Oh.
I wish I could put a 12R on this bad boy.
There you go. More strength.
Hey, chill. That's the.
No, get the fuck off. Get the fuck off. No, too much.
Oh. Why? Look like you ate shit, Bob.
Huh?
Your back's all dusty.
Oh, I sat on that dirty chair. Because people will say it's fake.
That was a big hop for sure.
Have you ever seen that South Park episode? It's called Fags. Fags. And they're going. Oh. Man, where's the strip club at, guys?
Look at that.
That's how they pull up too. That's how they pull up too when they put like this.
The leg stepper.
Wait.
You're on single, bro.
Damn, bro, what is that?
Oh, boy.
Damn.
What was I in?
Not bad.
Some fucked up.
There it is. Damn, man, I would have dusted this shit.
Alright boys, I'd show you right now, but the carburetor's back together. As you saw, I said that the pilot jets were different in the carburetors, and I think that was my main issue. One was a 44 and one was a 50, but when you hold the 44 next to the 50, it was a huge difference. Like, the 50 was absolutely massive. It almost looked like it was drilled out or something and even made bigger. I'm assuming maybe they had, at one point, it has a Polini 90 jet in it too, which tells me maybe someone just threw that in. So maybe they had a bigger main and a bigger pilot, and they had it for like a 70 kit or something with stock carb. Who knows? But the pilot jet was definitely one of the main problems, and I think the gas tank, because as you guys saw, that blue oil was still coming out of the carb. So I dumped the gas tank out, I put a little gas in it, shook it all around, dumped it out again, and let it drain out for a while. Then I put fresh gas in it. So now the Zuma runs good. As you saw, I stopped riding because something was loose in the front end. I gotta dig it apart and actually look into that, because it feels like the whole stem is kind of loose with the bars. It's really scary. You turn and it doesn't really want to turn that much. You have to more lean. Also, the forks seemed like blown out on it too. It sounded so crucial when I sat down on the wheelie. So more to come on the Zuma, but the Zuma runs. So. Alright, so that's going to do it for this time with the Zuma, but a lot to come with this thing. Still have the JDM tail that we can put on next time and do a few more things and actually get a first ride in on this thing. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you guys check out the description if you want to check out the merch shop. Grab yourself some MOPBOYZ gears, keychains, stickers, all that in the description down below. It's too hot out here already and it's only like 9 in the morning, but that's going to do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.